Thank you for the opportunity to share my love for, my experience with Associated Builders and Contractors (ABC). We have to start at at my beginning, I suppose. Out of high school in 1960, I joined the service, CBs, Construction Battalions of the Navy, and I then became a utilitiesman plumber. Started my plumbing career there, my education in plumbing there. And for the next 15 years or so, I was a tradesperson. I worked as a plumber, fitter, welder. I had some experience in residential construction early on, and then I joined the union and spent the next whatever years with organized labor.
Yeah.
And I worked for a company, a three-person partnership, and I worked as a project foreman, project superintendent, and in 1975 they asked me to come in and be a estimator manager for them. And I did that. And then in 1980 we had a meeting, and they told me they wanted to start an open shop branch of this company, just start a new company period, and asked me if I would run it and manage it and become a partner to the thing. And I said I will, and I did. And within about 5 years, they had all decided they've shut that company, that union company, down, and they all went separate ways, and I bought them out. So from about 1985 on, I became the sole proprietor of Mountain Mechanical Contractors. I mean, starting from ground level to build a company. And I had become aware of Associated Builders and Contractors just through being on the open shop side. Joined ABC with Steve Shaper, and I learned real quick the three sides to construction company. You got marketing, you got management, and you got performance at the job site. And you have to do all three of those very well if you're going to have a successful company. ABC provided the opportunity for me to learn each of those categories. Of course, I had a good education in performance because I've been there for 15 years or more. But the management of a company was really new to me at that time. But ABC started me off, and I did everything every educational thing that come along I was a part of. We worked on apprenticeship programs with them together. The marketing, every time you go to a member, you know this yourself, there's marketing that's going on amongst the ABC members. The construction conversation is there. And that's an easy thing. We market our company whether we know it or whether we don't. But with our attitude, with our conversation, with our visits with people, and ABC gives you that opportunity on a daily basis. One of the early things that I learned from a great friend that's in the electrical business was an ABC member that about managing money, and he had one very simple, one very small idea. If outgo exceeds income, upkeep is downfall. And I carried that throughout and had some times that it went both ways for sure. But ABC gave me so many opportunities the longer I was with them, and the more that I learned from them, and the more that I was there. And one of those was I had the opportunity to be a part of ABC, be an ABC representative to the state of Arkansas on their apprenticeship committee, their leadership committee for apprentices. There was a committee that did that and answered to the people that were involved in that on the political side. I got to visit governors, got to visit people in politics there. Got to learn more about politics, about state government and how they operate and how they do. Because of ABC, it gave me the opportunity to do that. I had another opportunity from ABC to become a member of the National Mechanical Council out of Washington, D.C. We met up there once a year, and we got to go from there into the United States Capitol to visit with our senators and our politicians from our state and explain Associated Builders and Contractors to them. ABC has always been politically motivated in that they will help and do help the politicians that they support. They'll be there for them. And we got to do a lot of that and learn more about national politics as it went along as well. I just had two terms of that. Gave me the opportunity to do that. And then, of course, the most honorable thing they gave me to do was the opportunity to be the state president for 1 year. And that was great because I loved ABC so much. Now that's not an overstatement. It's just the truth. ABC, Associated Builders and Contractors, was the best partner, and I've never had another partner, but was the best partner that anybody could ever have. And that's a fact. If you just go with them, share with them, be with them, and understand what they're doing, they'll teach you marketing if you just listen. They'll teach you management, bonding, insurance. They're all there with ABC. All you got to do is find the right guy. Company management, project management. There's always something going on, always something where you can learn from and do through ABC. And it's just all there if you're there. And then performance at the job site. Of course, I was involved in apprenticeship programs here in the past and was involved in apprenticeship programs for ABC on those committees and did that. So quality work, on time, in budget.
That's right.
That's what we're all after.
That's right.
I used to tell the general contractors that I work for that thing: quality work, on time, in budget, choose two. That takes a lot of thought, but it has some resemblance. But through all of that, I became construction smart, I'll say. And construction smart I'll define as knowing the project from site work to finish work. Site work, construction, structural part, dry in, and finish trades. And when you get all that down and understand, not knowing, but understand who's doing what and what they're doing and why they're doing it, you kind of become construction smart, and it helps a whole lot in estimating that you can pass on to your help. It helps so much in management, in scheduling, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And we became very successful at that. We just really did. So, you know, ABC was good for me, the best. It helped me build a sound company that my son now is in charge of. And by the way, within the 3 years that I have been away, he's paid for the company part of it. So he's done very well with the Mountain Mechanical. And we also have 3 grandsons now that are working in Mountain Mechanical Contractors. And that's the 3rd generation, and we're very proud of that. That's Mountain Mechanical. Mountain Mechanical is in excellent shape today, has been for quite some time. It has treated me well and made me very comfortable with retirement and my wife. So that was Mountain Mechanical. That's where it is today. That was the start. That was the 40 years that we've worked in Northwest Arkansas. That's my relationship with ABC. That's my experience with ABC. And I couldn't be more proud to be sitting here and sharing that with you, and to maybe see a portion of this or all of this shared with the other members of ABC. And what I can say to ABC is keep going, keep helping, keep doing. Happy 50th anniversary.